Hello, hello.
Hello, hello,
What?
hello!
We are live.
Yes, we
What's up,
are.
everybody?
Hey, at least I put the mute button on my YouTube video so I didn't do the newbie thing as usual, and the YouTube video starts playing over what we're talking, So how's everybody doing tonight? By the way, I'm Kevin from the Thrifting Lounge, if you already know me. And if you
Nobody
don't know
knows who
me,
you are, man. Nobody
I
knows who
know.
you are.
Anyways, I got Gil Daddy in here. Sarah's sick, and she's been sick for a little while, so I know I wish her speedy recovery. And Catherine Shelton from Treasure Hunting, which I'm also an admin in her group.
What's up, everyone?
Elena Scripella, everybody knows her. And Paul Gummerson, Resale Ronin, who does the morning shows that I was on this morning. How are you guys doing tonight?
Awesome, Kevin.
Excellent. I'm surprised I'm still up, but I heard you were doing a show, and I decided to stay up for it.
Yeah, I heard you're gonna go to bed like 8 o'clock tonight. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you go to bed at 8 tonight. No way.
Let's see how long you can keep me up, man. That's a challenge.
Yeah, well, tonight I want to get maybe 30 to 40 minutes in and then be done with it because I haven't done one of these in, like I was telling them earlier, like 4 or 5 months of live hangouts. I kind of miss them, and I kind of don't because it's so much stress to put on a good show and to make sure everybody's having a good time and that nobody's talking over each other, yada 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 yada.
Well, I'll
So
tell you what, dude. Every one of your shows has been excellent. I mean, the Thrifting Lounge was always high quality, and you had a lot of really good experts and great guests on. I mean, I don't know why you stopped doing it, man, because you were doing such a great job, and you need to start it up again, honestly.
Well, I think that's what I want to touch on tonight. I mean, this morning I got deep with you guys, with Paul, and Catherine heard it. Dave wasn't around. I don't think Scrapella was around, and I got deep with your morning show, man. And you guys really got me real emotional this morning, talking about my past and stuff like that. But I think it all helps with, you guys helped me a lot through a lot of the stuff. Like, if you guys weren't around, I'd probably be still suffering from a lot of depression like I was before I started doing this. Because I felt like when I started doing this, I gained a lot of friends, and it kind of built my confidence, and it helped me with a lot of the issues I've always had problems tackling. And, I mean, the reason why I've been gone for a little while, too, is because I'm so busy. I think, what was it, fourth quarter was just beginning when I left. And I come back, and there's, like, all these new people, and I'm like, man, I was only gone for, like, 3 months. What the heck happened here? But, no, it's good. I love seeing how it's, like, literally blowing up before our eyes. And I'm glad to be part of the whole blowing up process. And I'm glad to be with these group of people. All you guys, especially you four, Scrapella. I mean, we bonded a friendship from a contest that was like crazy. And who knew like 8 months later we'd be like this close to friends. And and then the same thing with you, Dave. I started watching videos from you guys with the electronics and even the vacuum pieces that you would sell. And I remember my best vivid memory is you brought one of your friends along with you. You went into a Goodwill store, came out with a bunch of crap, and I know exactly. I think you know what I'm talking about. It was like a year and a half ago, the video you made.
Yeah.
That helped me a lot. With all you guys helped me a lot with starting up, and I'm like, dude, we're coming up on now at 10,000 members on Facebook, and I feel like I haven't even been active the last 2 or 3 months. I think because at this point you can just let a group go, and as long as you maintain the content, it'll be fine. But I missed a lot of the whole conversations. I missed the Wednesday night programs, the Cool Toe programs. The whole, what was it, 8-hour night long videos we would make and stuff like that. And but no, I'm glad that I'm kind of coming back around again because it's been a while to clear my head and just get back to the basics and figure out what I want to do and how big I want to take this. Because when I was doing all these videos and the private hangouts, I really wasn't getting work done. But ever since I stopped doing that stuff, I've been able to really push the sky's the limit and push it really, really well for myself. And each month I've been doing this the last 4 months. I've been breaking all my records every month. So I've learned a lot from you guys, and just as friends, I really want to say thank you guys. And I look forward to the future. Another 10,000 members, maybe 20,000 members will sit here and we'll laugh and everything like that. But seriously, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. And I want each one of you get you guys to speak about how you feel about being motivated. What really gets you motivated? And when you started, what kind of turned you on to this to thrifting? Stuff like that. Anyone can talk, so anyone who wants to butt in, butt in.
All right, whose butt do I get to see?
Oh, do you want to see mine?
I can show you.
You don't get to see mine. I'm sorry, you don't get to see mine.
But Kevin, you shaved. You look good.
No, I don't. Dude, I love.
You don't look like Jesus anymore.
I love the beard. I love the.
But I will say, thinking about like when I first started, it's been so long. It's going back to 2008 now. Wow, it's been, gosh, 6 years. It's crazy. I've been saying 5, and it's actually been 6 now. And my phone's ringing, so why don't somebody else pick up?
Whatever you do.
Do you want me to jump in? I can jump in.
Yeah, jump in. Anybody. Free forum.
Through improv fashion, I'm gonna jump in, and I think you're really it's really interesting, Kevin, that you said you're interested in doing acting and improv now. And I was like really excited for you when I read that you've been like reading up on the Meisner and all of that stuff. Because what I wanted to say was I think I took improv classes like 4 years ago now, and it was like this huge life change. It got me out of a big kind of rut of I don't really know what I'm doing with myself. And I think that was one of the things that really did help me get motivated, because you learned to. I think I just lost my lighting. Hold on, I'll be back. I'll talk about it in a minute.
The lights are off.
I start talking, my phone rings. It's my mom calling me.
No, it's not.
The lights go out.
This is how this show is gonna go.
Dude, that's no problem, man. Man, like, I don't care how it goes. I just want to be able to get a little bit of content out there about, you know, where I want to be in the next 3-4 years, where I'm sure you guys want to be in the next couple of years, and, you know, how attainable we can reach those goals. You know, we basically set our own, what's the word? We set our own cement in the concrete. So if we want to go the way of multiple, like Gilman's doing, multiple, oh, there's a sale. That's been going off all night long. It's crazy. It never happens like this. I've sold 4 things in the last hour, so I don't know what it is. But no, like, Dave's going to the multi-stream, which is like, he's going to be doing he does the Amazon, the eBay, and he's also does his own products. And I think that there's a lot that you can talk just about that alone. I'm still stuck in the Stone Age. I'm still doing eBay, but January 1st, I'm gonna be hitting Amazon hard. Brianna Moeller Green's gonna help me a lot with that. So she's gonna mentor. Not only does she mentor me in eBay, but she's gonna mentor me in Amazon. So that's gonna help me out a lot, because I feel like I'm still leaving money on the table wherever I go, whether it's retail arbitrage or estate sales, or even going into the thrift stores anymore. I had Dave's wife last week, Dave. I had Sarah on the phone for like an hour. I'm sitting here in a storage unit. Some guy originally went in there, and this guy I found on Craigslist had a Beatles rock band kit with the limited edition guitar and the drum umbrella thing. Anyways, and it was in the box. It wasn't new, but it was used, and it looked like it was only used like maybe once or twice. So I bought it for $60. I'm hoping to get like 180 to 200 bucks off of it. But while I was there, I saw a lot of these speakers and stuff, and the receivers, the stuff that the Gilmans know. And I'm like, man, I said, I need to ask this guy if he's selling it. And I said to him, like, hey, I was wondering, are you selling these receivers? And he's like, well, I can if you want me to. I'm like, well, how much you looking for? He's like, 25 a piece on each of them. And out of all of them, I think it was like 5 of them, there was like maybe 1 or 2 that I bought because Sarah was sitting on the phone. Literally, I had Sarah on the phone telling me yes or no. And it was like, this guy's like wondering what the heck I'm doing over here in the corner. And I'm over there like giving serial numbers to Sarah, and she's like, buy or like don't. But no, it was cool, and it's fun that you can count on people like that. Because when I first started, I had nobody to count on besides these people that own these people that own these groups that I thought were like too big to talk to me. And that wasn't the case, especially with Dave. You know, Dave, I think the first night I met you, we were on for like 6 hours after we did a video. So it's like we had a blast, man, and it's like it's fun that you can do this. You can count on anybody here. They're gonna be there. They're gonna answer your phone, your message, or whatever. And I think that's what I've tried to do with everybody else too. And I think that as long as you have some sort of system in place where you can help one another, then you're gonna be successful as much as you want to be. So now this year I want to do Amazon. So I should have done Amazon when I started, and I didn't. That was a humongous mistake that I made. But we all make those mistakes, and we all can learn from those mistakes. I think I'm a very cautious person when I jump into something, and I'm always looking for reassurance. Like when I first started eBay, for the first 10 days, I bugged my girlfriend, "Are you sure I'm doing the right thing?" That was the one thing I kept saying to her. "Are you sure I'm doing the right thing?" And she was the one that was reassuring me, "Yes, you're fine. You're doing good. You're selling stuff. Keep at it." And then I just, from there, I just...
Hi, babe.
My girlfriend's over here in her PJs. Dave, you're muted. What's going on? What's going on, man?
I'm in my warehouse. Oh, there we go. And my big ass heater like kicked on, and it's kind of loud sometimes.
Did you want Tristan?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I didn't. So how's everything going with you guys? Like, I'm sorry, I just blabbered off, and that's just how I am.
No, you're good, dude.
Yeah, you're fine. No, we've been, like everybody knows, we're in our warehouse now. It's just awesome. I just love being here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to go home anymore. I just want to stay here. But it's been fun. I mean, I've learned a lot. Like you said, I've learned a lot from other people, and I think, when I started making videos, it was just eBay. And, we're making a decent living. Back then we were doing, right around 10 grand a month in sales. So, I mean, it was good. It was good money. But I just never looked into, like, Amazon and stuff that much. I knew it was there just like everybody does, but I just kind of like, well, I'm making, I'm doing 10,000 a month on eBay. How much better could it be? And I had people constantly just telling me, you need to get into Amazon, man. And because I made videos, because I networked with people, it caused me to finally do it, just to go into Amazon. And we started doing just like everybody else does, and go to thrift stores, the same stuff we were already selling and more, and sending it off to Amazon. And then of course I got into the private labeling stuff, and that was something I kind of found on my own, but got into that, and that's just amazing money. It's just amazing. The eBay now, I seriously, I do eBay for fun. I don't do it to make the money anymore. I don't really care if I make money on eBay or not, just because Amazon provides so much cash flow. It's just insane. And our private label, I mean, that's just on one product alone. I'm working on about 8 others right now, but on one product alone, we're doing close to 20,000 in sales on just that one product every single month. And that's just freaking killer. The other Amazon account, it's just crazy, just the stuff, like CDs, DVDs, all those kind of things that people send in. Just that one account is doing like $6,500 a month. And I seriously, I pick up Amazon stuff, I scan it, but I don't go out specifically for Amazon. I just go out for eBay and Amazon. And I bring stuff back, and I stick it on a shelf that's Amazon only shelf. And once it gets overflowing, I'm like, okay, it's time to do some Amazon. And I'll sit down for a day, and I'll put together boxes, and I'll send the boxes in. And I only do that about every 2 to 3 weeks. So to spend one day putting stuff in boxes every 2-3 weeks and sending it to Amazon, and that account's, like I said, doing $6,500 a month. And it's only one day that I actually process inventory every 2-3 weeks. It's just crazy money. But it's been great. You know, all the people really kind of pushed me into that, but I'm glad they did.
And that's where I'm at. I'm so excited. I got my first FBA boxes out. Over 400 items, 5 boxes, and I'm just patiently waiting for them to be processed for the first time.
Now, my question is averagely, because I'm jumping in this too. Say, like you said, you sent out 400 items. Now, how much percentage would the fees and everything be? So what would you be seeing percentage-wise of the profits you think, Dave? Does it depend on each item, or does it depend on a final value or something?
It depends on each item. A lot of mine, I did just clearance sourcing, and I didn't leave my house for the most part. The stuff that I already had, like 100 items I've been doing merchant fulfilled, and all those items I got next to nothing because I went out and got them at yard sales. So the profit, I would say, is about 60-70% on those items. The clearance items where I actually had to pay shipping to my house and then shipping out, I'm thinking it's going to be around 40-50%, right around there. But I'm not doing the work. They're doing it for me. So
that's a huge difference, especially with like your room in your house. You have more room in your house. I can't even get into my eBay room because that's where we had all the presents. And my brother-in-law moved in, and he has his clothes there. So like it's almost impossible. Like if I want to go to take pictures of items right now, it's almost impossible to get there because like I have boxes on top of boxes, and then I have crap on top of crap. It's just sitting there. So I'm sitting there like looking at him like, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. And I'm like, I do it again. I'll go back again to the next day. I'm like, maybe I'll do this tomorrow. But I'm like holding the inevitable. I have my landlord coming down in 2 weeks, and I know if he walks in and sees it, he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't think we want to re-sign a lease with you. So I'm gonna get a storage unit, 20 by 10 for $130 a month, and it seems to be a pretty good deal around here. But it's good. I mean, it's going to help me out in the long run because I have so much crap in here, and it's so unorganized. It used to be organized before Christmas. Now it's so unorganized. I need to get it all back organized. So I'm going to get a storage unit, organize it with my boxes and everything like that, in my racks or whatever. And so whenever I go in, I can grab 10 items that I need to list, take pictures of. It's going to be an easy system for me. It's going to help me out even more and be efficient because I think everybody else agree with me. You need to be organized to do what we do. You really do.
You at least have to try. You at least have to try.
Yeah. Hey, I see Danny made it in. Where'd you go?
I have no sound now.
Oh, yeah,
We
you
can hear you. You're good, Danny. What's up?
have no camera. I see you looking at a lion right now.
Yeah, you're about to put your head in that lion's mouth.
No, I think she's giving daps to the lion.
Oh, yeah, giving him props, right? There you go. What's up?
Can you hear me now, Danny?
Knuckles. Giving him some knucks.
There you go.
I'm really excited. I haven't actually talked to Danny other than Facebook.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't.
Danny's
Same
awesome.
here.
She's been an amazing support for me at certain times of my Facebook life. So it's nice to see her on.
Is she back yet?
No.
She'll be back. I'm sure she
I think
will.
she's trying to.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
Well, let me go back to like how I started real quick before I got that phone call. Basically, in 2008, I was laid off from my job, working at the bank, and I was a single mom, and I had just bought a mortgage 6 months prior, or bought a house, and it was pretty nerve-wracking to be like, okay, you know, there's no other person in my life to help me pay these bills. I got a brand new mortgage, and I got kids that count on me. And so my whole way of getting into this lifestyle was because of necessity. And honestly, I've always worked corporate jobs. I was brought up, raised, went to school, brainwashed the whole corporate mentality of you go to work, you work your best, and you climb the corporate ladder and you do good. And I had never been written up. I've always been, a great employee. And then when I was laid off from Bank of America, when the whole economy took a crap, it was a big eye opener for me. And was the day that I made up my mind I was never going to work for anybody ever again. And I haven't, and I won't.
Okay,
I'm my
this
own
is
person.
frustrating.
Now it's just about partnerships and meeting people and doing what you love. And it's losing or getting laid off was probably one of the best things, short of my beliefs.
You guys can hear me?
We can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Yes, we can.
Danny, what's up? Danny, speak. We can hear you now. Please, please, please don't be.
I think that's the issue. She can't hear us.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
I can hear you as long as I don't hit save.
Oh,
That's fine. Don't hit save.
don't
Yeah,
hit
don't
save.
But then I can't see you.
So you can't see us?
Yeah. Wow, you have an old
Finger
computer?
front of
What
the
is
screen.
it? Yeah, what's the deal here? Do you have an older computer?
Okay, we
There's
got
always
going out. We got phone calls coming in. We got
It's great.
don't hit the save button.
Don't hit the save button. But we want to see you, Danny. We want to see you.
Well, let me. You know, this is not my office computers.
I can hear you. We can definitely hear you. We want to see the Danny Ackerman.
Oh shoot! See, now I can't see you again. Hold on, I'll get this figured out.
It'll work. So, Scraparella, what were you saying again? Sorry about that.
See, I can turn the camera on.
Oh, there you go. We see
Go
you.
back. I wish I could move the little settings thing.
No, you're good. We can see you perfectly now,
crazy.
though.
We can see you. That's all that matters. And we can communicate you with. Yeah, communicating you with is much more important than seeing you, but yeah.
Oh my goodness, technology and me. We just don't get along very well.
I don't know. I didn't know what to say there.
No, you're good. You're good. We can hear you. We can see you. What else do you
Good.
need?
Yeah, you're
Well,
awesome.
you know, we'll just keep it like that then, because
Go
I can
ahead.
see you guys down the little tiny windows. So.
That's all that matters, I guess.
Right?
So, before we get back to you, Scraparella, you don't mind if we introduce Danny Ackerman?
No, not at all.
'Cause I know I'll definitely get back to you. I would never forget anybody
Just
like
so long
that.
if you introduce her to me. No. No, I'm
I think it's
excited.
the
I
same
can't wait to talk to you.
Here we go. Drum roll. The one and only Danny Ackerman. Danny, take it away.
Yeah, I kind of like snuck in over here from my home base, which is not my work base. I am so not set up to do any video or audio over here.
I think we can tell by now.
Right?
No, but it's
My
all
Achilles heel.
as always. It's fun. It's fun having you on. I remember the last time I had you on, I was watching your show and you went blank, and I was like, "Whoa! I hope this doesn't happen to us tonight." A while back, but I'm really glad you guys made it. Like I told the other people here, Dave Gilman from Gill Money, Scraparella, Elena Chumsky, Catherine Shelton from Treasure Hunting, Risa Ronan from the Resellers Wake Up, and of course I have to shout you guys all out. That's why I'm saying it. Anyways, I'm very honored to have you guys here. It means a lot to have all you guys talking with me, because I know I did this last minute, and you know me, normally I'll tell you guys like a week ahead of time, hey, I'm doing a video, can you come help me? And I try getting other people on, like Steve Rakin. I try getting Ronnie on. Ronnie might be coming on. Chad can't make it tonight. But again, I love talking to people, so I'm glad seeing you guys on here and supporting me and what I guess what we've all done here too, because it's not just me with this group, it's all you guys helping me out and doing the interviews with me and promoting my stuff, and just like I've helped promote all you guys too. So it's kind of like a cool, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine, so it's pretty cool. But Danny, we were trying to touch on when you first started, what really motivated to get you into selling. And we were talking with Scraprella, and I'll probably have her jump in now and then have you jump in next, and because she was trying to explain to us what she was going through and what brought her into doing reselling. So Scraprella, you get the floor again.
Well, I was done with the floor. I basically said I was laid off and a single mom with a mortgage and kids and how to make it work. And one of those employees whose position no longer existed, and it was scary, but it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And I'm so thankful to be able to work from home, be with my kids, and I've been through a lot, but I mean, not a lot of people can say that they have this type of freedom that comes with what we do. So I'm very blessed, and I'm glad I'm able to help others, because I really feel like I was put on this world to help others. And that's kind of what keeps me going.
That actually brings up a good point. I felt like, I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but I feel like when I started, I had my back up against the wall, and it was like, I didn't have a job. I was watching my kids. We were super struggling. I mean, super, super struggling. And it was like, what do we do? Like, we need to do something. It's hard for me to get a job since she already had a job, and I was getting unemployment or whatever at the time. And I was watching the kids, and daycare. Everybody knows daycare is expensive. That's with 3 kids. It's not cheap. And so it made sense to try something different. And I came across a few videos, and I started watching the show Treasure. Oh man, that show, was it called? Toy Hunters. And it was like it had like 3 seasons, and it was a really cool show, and it got me thinking. And so I started looking stuff up on eBay. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Where do I start? And I started watching the videos and stuff like that, and I realized, I can do this. I can do what they're doing. And I just felt motivated that way. And I think when you have your back against the wall, you'll be surprised how much you can actually accomplish. And like you said, Elena, you can really do a lot of good when you have your back up against the wall. And I felt like that's exactly what happened to me. I have my back up against the wall. We were close to losing everything, our house, everything. And if it wasn't for eBay and everything like that, I don't know where we would be. I honestly don't. And I'm not BSing or anything. I'm being totally honest with everybody. And I'm hoping some people were here this morning that were on the morning show, and I laid it all out, man. I was like telling everything about when I started and like how I grew up and stuff like that. And it's crazy how when you're in certain situations, you can really accomplish a lot. I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
Kevin, I was in much the same situation as Elena, and it was cool hearing her story, that I started out of necessity. But I think what's really nice about doing this is that we have, like, you start off maybe doing eBay, and then, like as GilDaddy says, you can move it up. You can keep stepping it up. You can move into doing wholesale, into private labeling, selling on Amazon, and you realize when you start working just totally for yourself, that once you get over that survival mode where you just, okay, I need to pay the rent, that you actually, it's like the sky's the limit. You can create your own products, you can write a book, you can make videos, like there's so many directions you can go in. And I think that's what's like super exciting. And I get really like bored with things. I've moved from selling one thing to selling another thing to trying different platforms. And I get bored really easily, so I'm always looking for sort of different things to do. And I think that's what keeps me motivated, is just looking for those different directions, seeing the different paths you can take to keep stepping up the levels and stepping up the hill. It's kind of exciting.
What about you, Paul?
What about me?
How did you start, and like what really motivates you? Because I want to kind of keep the subject of like motivation, and where you can really take a business, especially a business like this. A lot of people on the panel here has done a lot of really good things with their businesses and stuff like that.
I feel like where's that echo coming from?
I don't hear an echo. Do you do?
Only there when you speak.
Must I don't know. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, like the sky's the limit when you're working for yourself. You know, you can do whatever you want. You don't really have a limit. You can. It's kind of whatever you set for yourself. You know, I mean, there are limits based on what you kind of what you think you know, how you feel, whatever. But I mean, it the limits kind of you're keeping yourself down a lot. I don't know. I feel like if you just figure out how to break past that, then the limit's the sky. You know, I mean, the sky's the limit. Really is. You can kind of do whatever you feel like. I don't know, like whatever. You start doing stuff that you didn't even realize you were capable of once you stop thinking about the limits. You know, I don't know. It sounds so cliche and sounds so silly, and I mean, I don't want to. I hate to sit here and be, you know, that guy that sits there and tries to, you know.
No, but you're being honest and real, man. And
Yeah.
I think you're correct, though. I really do. It really is like it's like you create your own paycheck every week.
Yes.
So like if you wanna list a crap ton of items, you're gonna sell a crap ton of items.
Exactly.
If you wanna be lazy, like I have since last Wednesday, I didn't list any items, just haven't had the time, and get lucky and still sell a crap ton of items, then you can be like me, or you can just, like I said, list a crap ton, you sell a crap ton.
Yeah. If you're out there and you're constantly looking and you're constantly trying to find the product, then you're gonna find it. I mean, there's as long as you know where to look. You know, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. The sources are out there. The sources are on YouTube. You know, you watch Gill Money, you watch Scrapperella, you watch Danny, you watch me, whatever. You know, I mean, we all talk about where you need to go to find the stuff, and there just aren't that many people going to like the Goodwill outlets. And you know, you see 10 people in a Goodwill when you walk in, just like a regular Goodwill store, with carts full of clothes or, you know, electronics or whatever. That doesn't mean that right after they got done filling up their cart, somebody else didn't come out and load the shelf up right after them, and they didn't even notice. I mean, it sounds kind of silly, but it's true. I mean, I've walked into a Goodwill right behind people with a full cart and picked up everything that somebody else had just brought up. You know, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like it's unlimited as long as you know what to look for and you're willing to look for whatever. You know, if you're not trying to like if you're willing to look sell anything, you know, anything that's worth money, then you can find something that's worth money to sell. I don't know. That's kind of my feeling on the whole thing.
That Paul said, I think you made a really interesting point when you said it's about you and the sky's the limit when it's you. And I think it's really easy to get like anxious and caught up in what everybody else is doing, and you feel like everyone knows everything that you don't know. And it's kind of a crazy thing. You think, okay, they know everything I know and everything they know. And I think it's really important. I love doing things like this where we all get to hang out and talk across different groups and talk to different people, because I think one of those great things is when you realize that we're all doing our own thing. We're all like really unique, different people with different approaches to what we're doing. And we kind of each know best what we're doing. And I think that's a very like motivating thing to be able to have a very positive outlook towards other people in the reselling industry, and to have faith in yourself within that you all look good, you're all doing the right thing, And I think knowing that you have that ability to go out there, to make money, to work with other people, and to learn from each other, I think that's a really cool thing.
I have a question. Is crap ton an official term in e-commerce?
Oh, it is. Don't get into this one. This is a long, drawn-out conversation that you're just about to open up.
You know, I just gotta say, I used to have to give myself this little mantra because I would feel bad when I couldn't get out and yard sale or do something. There will always be more stuff. I am telling you, there has been stuff since the beginning of time. So there's always going to be more stuff to sell. Always, always, always.
One constant is that people keep creating more stuff, and that stuff keeps being available if you know where to look. There's no shortage of stuff.
And thank goodness for rich people who just
Donate.
get rid of stuff and get new stuff.
Yeah.
We love that.
Exactly.
Thank you, rich people. But no, it's true.
I plan on being one of those people.
Oh, me too.
We all do.
I'll just resell my stuff. I'll never just get rid of it.
Exactly.
I'm the same way. I just like I was telling you guys earlier, I just went out and spent like probably $300 in the last 2 weeks on myself, just buying stuff on eBay. I bought a World War II officer's uniform, full uniform with the pants and the garrison hat. Then I went out and spent another like $80, $70, $80 on the hat for it. And then I went and bought like for $50, $40, $50, I bought the World War II medals for it. And then I went out and bought a book by Shia LaBeouf, a comic book, a super rare one. It's like you can't find one out there from him. And I'm a huge, if you haven't noticed, I'm a huge Shia LaBeouf fan. And I bought it for like, I lowballed the guy like $20. He wanted $100. I lowballed him $20, and he came back $50. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it for $50. I'll take that all day long. But no, I think it's cool to be able to collect as you go. You tend to collect different things. Because with me, I learned to appreciate the military stuff just by buying the stuff at the thrift store. So now I'm collecting it, and it's really cool because at this position, if I didn't do this job, then I would never be able to buy this crap. I wouldn't say crap, but this stuff, because I wouldn't have the money. And if I did have the money, I'd probably spend it on fishing gear. So like, now I actually have the money to get stuff. I'm comfortable. We had an awesome Christmas this year, the best Christmas by far. I bought my daughter probably 3 times more stuff than my boys because they're younger. But it was well worth it just to see them happy. It really was. And I learned to appreciate that better than when I was struggling, because it was more stressful than now, where we can just, literally we can actually laugh at the situation back then, but when we were back then, it was not funny.
Sure.
But it's fun because it really takes time where you can have family, do your work, make money while you're with your family or while you're sleeping. Like, who other job can make money while they sleep? Wake up to 3, 4, 5 sales and say, hey, look at that. That's a pretty good night. I slept pretty well, and I made money.
Do you find yourselves having to put the phone somewhere else because the ka-chings wake you up in the middle of the night?
No, I actually have to keep the phone on so that the alarm on my phone goes off to wake me up for the morning show. Otherwise, I'll just sleep through it.
See, that's why we put my girlfriend's phone on and we shut my phone off. So
there you go.
Yes.
Figure out how to automatically turn my phone on at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll be good. But
I'm sure that technology is coming.
Okay, guys, I've got to drop off now, but thanks for having me in.
Catherine, thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure always. You can find her at Treasure Hunting, the Facebook group and YouTube channel, and I'm an admin in that group also, so you can find me there too. Seriously, thank you, Catherine. It's been like 6 months since the last time I've been able to face-to-face talk to you.
It's been like 2 weeks. Catherine.
All right, thanks, guys. Nice to meet you all. Hi, Danny, Elena.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, Catherine.
Bye, Catherine.
Yeah, I'm going to have to drop off soon, too, here. I'm getting in trouble. Hubby made me a nice steak dinner, and I went straight to the computer instead of going to sit down and eat with him. So,
No, I understand. Seriously, Danny, thanks for coming on, all you guys for coming on and stuff. The last thing I want to touch on is what I'm trying to do for our group, but mainly I want to get something out of it too. Is I want to be this. I made this video yesterday, and I really don't know why I even put it out. I actually did it unlisted because like when I did it, I thought it was going to be a good video, and then after I did it, I looked back like the intro of it, and I'm like, dude, I don't think this is a good video. And then the next day I woke up, even though it was unlisted, there was like 30 people that watched it, and I'm like, it's unlisted. They watch it. So, and I already have people asking me, oh, where can I put my video? So I was like forced to not make a better one, but just throw that video out there. But what I came up with, and I don't know if you guys done this before, but I didn't think that anybody else has done it like this, is I'm trying to I think with us, we're always, as entrepreneurs, we're always trying to think outside the box, and I think it's what's good about all of us here. And I was like, man, the other day, I was just saying to myself, I'm like, man, mentoring would be a pretty cool idea. And then like I was spitballing by myself in my head, yes, in my head by myself, talking to myself out loud. And so I was saying to myself, I'm like, what if I did a mentorship program where it was a start to finish, where I took one person, since we're coming up on 10,000 group members, do it as a contest, but it's going to be a full-on, it's not going to be a contest, it's going to be like a full mentorship program or whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to take a person from the start who's new, who has to be new, whether you've been doing eBay for different businesses, but now you want to do thrifting. So I want to take somebody, it doesn't matter if you've never done thrifting before, that's what I'm trying to get, somebody new to doing thrifting or eBay or something. And so I'm going to take the person, me, Brianna, Josh, or in our admins, or we're going to help them or her from start to become a professional, and then they're going to become an admin of our group. And I think that's going to be an ultimate end goal benefit, because the group with, I think any one of our groups, really the sky's the limit. Resale Society has like 7,000 group members now. Resale Ronin, what do you have, like almost 1,000, right, or 800?
Oh, I don't have that many. I think no, I've got like 700 subscribers on YouTube. My Facebook group is a lot less than that, but it's like 300-400, something like that.
Keep it small, man. It's fun when groups stay small. It's like a real family thing.
I like having a small Facebook group and a lot of subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah. See, I haven't been able to attain the subscribers on YouTube because I haven't done much videos lately. But I'm surprised I'm still almost hitting 3,000, which is, I don't know how I've done that. But no, I want to take the person. Sorry, this is my brain going off track. Getting back on track. I want to take the person from start to finish, but I'm going to make, it's going to be like a Navy SEAL boot train, dude. It's going to be like, I'm going to be calling this person every day. I'm going to be checking up on the person every day. I'm going to be checking their listings every day. I'm going to be checking, we're all going to be checking to see if this person's doing what they're supposed to do. Because we want somebody that was as passionate as every single one of us here when we first started. We were like the starving artists. We're thirsting for knowledge. And I feel like I don't know how long the contest is going to take. It could take a day, a week, a month. I don't know. But when I see that one person that really, really wants it, that I know I can lean on to, that this person is going to be there start to finish. And
before anybody wishes for this, understand, he is serious when he says he will pick up the phone and call you every day, over and over and over.
it's like dealing with somebody that has OCD, which is what I got, and ADD. So you know I'm going to be on you. So if you're not doing your work, then we're going to have a good talking to a point that if I feel like you're not doing the work, I'm going to have to look for somebody else. Because I want somebody that I can trust in the end, that if I ever pass the group on, or if we ever pass the group on, this might be the person we pass the group on. You know, like pass the torch or whatever. And I want to be able to, I want to see the person on a weekly basis, face to face, on chats, whether we're doing like a video together, or, because I want to be like maybe like a vlog, you know, like where we can update like a diary vlog or whatever you want to call the thing there. Everything's so changed. Everything's different nowadays. Blog, vlog, whatever. And I want to make sure everybody sees the progress, because I think this shows it could show improve to people that if you do the time and effort and the energy, you can make some really serious cash. You can be in any one of our situations next year or however long it's going to take you. Because this isn't going to be no 6-month adventure. It's going to be longer than 6 months before you become an admin. And I feel like I want to teach somebody, we all want to teach somebody that we can groom like how I was taught by Brianna, and how Brianna was taught, and how Josh was taught, and everybody else in my as the admin status was taught. And I think this can be really huge for somebody, or even the whole community, because it actually shows you that we can do something. We're changing somebody's life, because that's what it is. You're changing somebody who's down in the dumpster, who's not feeling good about themselves, who has gone through a lot of stuff or whatever it is. And you might not be that type of person, but where it still doesn't matter. I'm just saying, I'm just spitballing. This is scenarios that we can turn your life around. All of us, as a friendship, as a community, can change somebody's life. You know, I know there's a good quote out there, which you're gonna give me a few seconds to pull it out, but I want to see what you guys think about what
Well,
I'm trying to do here.
I know Danny has to go soon, so let's see what she
Yeah, Danny, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea, and it's a great opportunity also to take that and really document it, so that it doesn't just help that one person, that you can help many, many people with this project as well, but that you can fine-tune focus on that one and really show the progress from start to finish. But it is definitely going to take somebody who's committed, because what I have found is you can give somebody all the tools and all the information in the world, but they have to take the action.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
Exactly.
I've before, and they did nothing. I even bought stuff for them and said, "Sell this. I'll help you."
Yeah.
And they never called me. I don't know what they did with the stuff. They probably just kept it. I don't
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I don't know any other business where you can turn $10 into $100 into your startup money. You can seriously take $10 as your startup money and make it into an empire. You seriously can, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that has that confidence, that can build that confidence. If they don't already have that confidence, I can build that confidence in them. We can build the confidence in them, and help them. And I'm hoping to get that. I'd like to get that person on the Wednesday shows, the other shows that are out there, so everybody else can sit there and they can ask that person the questions. Hey, what are you learning? You know, we want to know how everything's going with you and everything, because it's going to help, I think, everybody out in the long run. And of course, it's free, which I think this is like, for the knowledge that we're trying to give you in the teaching that we're trying to give you, I think would be a lot of money for like hands-on training, or even what we're doing together over the internet. That would cost a lot of money. So that's what I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to make sure it's the right person, and I have no set limit of how long it's going to be, but I know that, and I know everybody trusts me in my group, so I know when that person hits home to me, or I feel like, okay, this is the person we want, I know they're all going to say yes, or we're going to go on to somebody else. So it's like, I want to see your videos. Either you can tag, because 10,000 group members, it's hard to get through the good content, not the good content, but it's hard to get through seeing people's videos on the Thrifting Lounge. So you've got to either tag us admins, or send me a PM, Facebook friend me first, send me a PM, send me your video if you're afraid to put it out there, because a lot of people are afraid to put their feelings out there. So I'm not trying to throw you out there in front of the bus right away. And if you're emotional about it, be emotional. If you want to cry, cry. You know, it's just, I want to see some honesty and seriousness. Now, Danny, sorry I cut you off again. I'm so sorry. You guys know how I get, dude. It's just
Right.
when I get passionate about something, I can't stop talking.
Well, Danny, do you have to go eat your steak?
Yeah, I know. I'm in some serious doghouse trouble.
I said sorry.
I think it's a great idea, and I'm on board to help you guys and however this comes together. So let's stay connected.
That's
Right.
awesome. You know it. Seriously, thank you for being on tonight, Danny. I
Sorry,
appreciate
I'm envious that you get steak. But I'm envious that somebody cooks for you.
He might have given it to the dogs by now. I better go check.
All right, well, it was a pleasure talking to you, Danny.
Bye, Danny.
Thanks, guys.
I'll talk to
Bye,
you soon.
Danny.
All right,
See you later.
Bye.
Dude, she's freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, so Kevin, let me help you out here. What do they have to do to be entered into this 10,000 giveaway contest where they're going to have this huge opportunity of mentorship for free? What do they have to do?
Just send me a video. In the
A
contest is
video
open.
of why?
Yes, of exact. Remember how you did your contest? As much as I didn't like that contest, it was a little bit of an inspiration from that contest because I felt instead of meeting somebody one-on-one, I think doing a mentorship is a lot better actually, because you build a friendship, you build a connection, and you're basically building yourself up into a group where you can become an admin in control of a lot of situations, a lot of stuff that goes on in the group, and because you guys know what it's like behind the scenes of a group, it's amazing. But anyways, I want to see a video of why you really want this. Like, really, really want this, and if you're serious. Only serious people, please apply. Like, I'm dead serious. I want you to tell me exactly why we should pick you, your background, and I'm thinking I might do when it comes down to a few of the people, we're gonna probably want to interview them. I know I'm gonna probably want to interview them, and I might want to ask one of you guys to help me out in this process, because I know some of the admins, they're not really camera. They don't want to be on the camera, and I know you guys are always there for me. So I might come upon where I ask you guys, hey, you know, can you help me do an interview with this kid or this person and figure out if this is the right person? Because more heads, the better. Where we can figure out, hey, I think I like this kid, or you know, let's look for the next person, see what we can find. So I think there should be some sort of process. You know, a video is going to be the first. The video is going to get you in, and if your video is good enough, I'm going to contact you. I'm going to contact you either way if you're not going to be the winner or not. But I'm also going to contact you for a one-on-one or a one-on-a-few, like 3-on-1 or 4-on-1, to interview you, or just sit there and listen while I ask questions, or we figure out, you know, a little bit about you, because you can't. Honestly, you can't learn a person with like a 2, 3, 5, 10-minute video. You need to sit down with the person maybe for like a half hour first to an hour to really get to know somebody, get comfortable with them, like how we all got to know each other. So I think an interview process too, and then that's where we're going to pick the winner.
Okay. So to streamline it, boil it. I can't talk now. What's with talking tonight? With bulletin points or bullet pointing it for you. There's a contest going on for 10,000 subscribers. You're going to mentor somebody from beginning to pro, and at the end of their mentorship, they're going to have an opportunity to be an admin of the Thrifting Lounge Facebook group. To be able to be entered into this contest or have an opportunity to be selected, you have to be new, and you have to really want and have the desire to learn. One of the first steps to that process of proving yourself that you really want to learn is get a video over to Kevin. And then down the road, eventually he's going to pick somebody, and he's going to announce it when he does.
Well, Scaparella just summed it all up. That's it, right?
A lot better than I would have.
That's why you bring her up.
Trying to help you out here.
Thank you.
Preferably a hot female.
Exactly.
For Dave to interview, right? No, I'm just kidding.
You got to be female and you got to be hot. Those are the two stipulations.
No, no, no.
Well, I don't mind it.
You have to be new.
Just for the record, I'm totally fine with Dave's stipulations.
Well, it's Kevin's contest, not Dave's or Paul's. So.
No, it's okay. Anybody at all welcome. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, on your deathbed. Actually, it's going to be a little difficult if you're on your deathbed, no offense.
Okay, you have to be new. New starting.
Yes.
By new, you don't know anything about eBay and Amazon. You just...
Right.
No. More of the fact that you don't know.
You're
Of
not
the
a
fact
pro
that
yet. You're not a pro.
exactly. You're not taking. You're trying to take the next step, but you're still making mistakes
A newbie.
consistently.
Yeah, just somebody who considers himself a newbie because they're not there yet.
Yeah, if you've had an account since like '97 and you just never really did anything but buy, printer paper from eBay or whatever, then maybe you still are okay. Maybe you have a shot at this, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey, I have 20,000 feedback, and back in '06 I was doing $100,000 a year. Maybe you don't have such a good shot at this.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, I know that you wanted to keep this about 40 minutes. We're on to an hour now. Is there anything else you would like to mention tonight, Kevin?
I'm just looking at some comments here. I'm trying to figure out. You guys look at the comments, and there's some people are who's involved in it. Cool Toads asked who's involved in the teaching, Kevin or multiple people. I would say the admins of my group. We're all going to help you, but I think it's going to be mostly me. And I think it's going to help me in the long run too, with teaching somebody. So if I ever did this again, it's going to help somebody. Or if I did it in front of a group, or I wanted to go down to my local Goodwill or something and teach a bunch of people, it kind of would probably help me with the experience. But I also think it's more about this person finding themselves and finding a consistent job that they can grow into. I think it's a little boring or whatever, but it's true. I used to always put on my applications, my resume, I always put at the title, always looking to grow within a company. And I think that's what I'm looking for a person, is that they're looking to grow into multiple streams or whatever, just to be a better person, but I want somebody that's going to want this. And I think you guys understand what I'm talking about. And then there's another, I don't know what Picker Smurf's trying to get at, because I can't read his previous messages. I don't know about you guys. But it says, and again, I'm good with constructive criticism. It says, it's not going to work, period. Bye. I got to go sourcing now. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But if it's not going to work, then...
It doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Exactly. You're just throwing it out there. It's something fun for everybody to, if it doesn't work, then so what? There's nobody here that is going to be affected by it, really. I mean, if you can't find somebody, then big deal. You move on to the next project.
No, until you try.
I think you need to look for somebody.
I'm not saying that you don't try. I'm not saying that you're not looking for the
Talking about
person.
the Picker dude or Smurf.
I think you need to look for somebody, though, who's not a complete noob. I think you need to find somebody who wants to, like, the biggest thing I always hear is, I want to go full-time. Man, I can't wait till one day I can go full-time. I can go full-time. Maybe find somebody who does it part-time, because then you don't have to teach them how to do eBay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't consider
teach somebody to do that stuff.
Yeah, I don't consider a pro someone who there's exceptions to everything. I know people who work because they love what they do and they love to work at their jobs, period. And you would consider them a pro. But I think the average pro doesn't have a job. So if you have somebody who's working part-time somewhere as a job and then doing this, or who knows? The bottom line is if you feel that you can take your business up a next level and you're going to benefit from the membership or mentoringship, get a video over to Kevin. And if you don't, you won't have an opportunity to be selected.
Exactly.
My thing is, and you guys know me very well, I make it work. If it's not going to work, then I just wouldn't have started this contest. I'm very, very motivated with this. Like, this is
Yeah, I understand that, Kevin, but you don't have 100% control. Whoever you pick, they have to be. You have to let go control and just be there to mentor. And ultimately, it's going to be up to that horse whether they're going to drink the water.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, it's not just the person that they're not just looking at being mentored by you. They're looking at being mentored by everybody in the Thrifting Lounge, right? I mean, have you looked at Brianna's numbers? Have you looked at if she's involved? Then seriously, man, if you're looking for somebody, I mean, I'm available. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, it's not like some. It's legit, man. I mean, it is.
And I think with all the friends I've learned from everybody in here, from everybody I've met, like you guys I'm talking about, like the ones that actually go on the camera, consistently hang out with me and stuff, I think you all know how motivated I can be at times and how I like to see a lot of things through. Sometimes I can't get things done, but I always try to see things through. And I'm super, like, this is it for me. This is going to be a lot to me. Like, this is going to make or break me. This could be a good contest, or this could be a lousy contest. It's really up to where I want to go with it, and where the person wants to go with it. And that's why I said, if the person don't work out, I'll do it with somebody else. There's millions of people that would love to do this. You know what I mean? So it's not like...
The bottom line is this has been started from your heart.
Exactly.
Motivation, I mean, I have much respect for it regardless of the outcome already because of the desire from your heart of wanting to help, period. I get that desire. I get that help. I think that you're putting yourself out there to a certain level that is going to even take you away from your own business, and it's going to be hard on you. And when you do it and accomplish it, it's going to be amazing. And I really hope that whoever you get on board really respects that fact in what you're doing here.
Exactly. Thanks for reassuring it. Because when we were talking about this, I'm like, oh, you guys know me. I have so much going on in my head. I'm like, man, was this a good decision? But I really do think it was. I really do. I think it's going to be fun. And again, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a rough road. You know, I want to train you. We all want to train you basically how we trained ourselves. Because I know it was long nights of sitting in front of the computer just watching videos and writing down just bolo items or stuff to look for. And it's just, there's really an endless knowledge out there. And do this up to my own. And that's where I want to get the person out to the point where they can go to a thrift store and they really don't need a phone, maybe for a few things that they've never seen before, but where like each one of us, we can go into a store and without our phone, we know what we're looking for or what we want to get out of it. And that's what I'm trying to get that, I want to get that person to do. And then when I reach to a point where I think they're ready, the ultimate's going to be the admin of the group and be a part of the stuff we're going to be doing behind the scenes in the next 6 months to a year or so. But it's not going to be an easy task. And I already have like 5 videos I've looked at. I have 3 of my friends that have already signed up, done it, and it's like, it's good. There's a lot of videos, but I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time watching every single video, and then I'm going to take my time talking to the person, and then, speaking to the person when it comes down to it. So it's not going to be a quick, the 10,000 person's going to be the winner. It's going to be a little while till I figure out who we all want.
I see how long it takes you to explain what you're trying to do. I can imagine the picking process.
Dude, you know me.
I'm picking on you.
I told you like an hour before I came on here, like I had like a super lightheaded. I only had like 3 bites of a Dunkin' Donuts sandwich today, and then I had like 5 tacos when I got home. I don't know, maybe it was the tacos. I ate a bunch of tacos in a small amount of time, but no. I want to close by saying thank you guys for coming on, and I really want to say this quote before I go. I said it this morning. I want to just this wasn't the quote I said this morning. This is a different one, and I think it kind of touches what what you can accomplish with teaching somebody or somebody that wants to learn. It's from Paulo Coelho, whatever his name is. It says, what is a teacher? I'll tell you. It isn't someone who teaches something, but someone who inspires the student to give of her best in order to discover what she already knows. And I think that's what's supposed to mean is you can teach somebody up to a point where they want to be able to learn. So you're able to throw them out there, and they're able to learn and stuff like that. You can teach somebody up to a certain point, and after that point, it's on them. And I think that kind of sums up what I want to do with this program.
Yeah.
And you guys have final comments?
Aim for the stars. You might land on the moon. Since we're throwing quotes out there.
Exactly. I mean, maybe you'll never find the right person, but I mean, honestly, man, the chances of finding the right person in a group as big as yours, in a community as big as ours, I mean, it's not just about your group. There are a lot of groups in the community that you're going to be pulling from. I think that the odds are pretty good that if you're patient, that the right person will come along and you'll end up with exactly what you're looking for.
Yep.
Dave, you sleeping over there?
No, he's about to fall asleep. But.
Yeah. All right, guys. Seriously, thank you very much for coming on tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stop the video now, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to make a couple more videos because it's been a while for me. It's been like 4 months since I've done hosted a video on my own with having guests. So thank you guys for watching, and please contact me if you want to do this. And again, thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, anytime you're bored, Kevin, in the morning, you can come on my show. You have an invitation, brother.